out with the sweet taste of blood in my mouth. Naturally, he didn't run. Heroes don't do that, and apparently neither do brothers. Hands gripped me, and I was flung over a shoulder in a fireman's carry before I could even take a swing at him. Of course, that was making the assumption I had enough life left in me to make a fist. As assumptions went, they didn't come much bigger. Then he was running, jolting me up and down. Behind us, I could see the monsters boiling in frustration, rushing at where the gate hung, impenetrable. This time it was closed for good, and they knew it. To a one, every narrow, pointed face turned in our direction, every molten lava eye seething with bloodlust and a poisonous black hatred. Like an ocean wave they came after us, a riptide of murderous intent. Monsters. They didn't handle disappointment well. I should know. I was one. Chapter 1. Most kids don't believe in fairy tales very long. Once they hit 6 or 7, they put away Cinderella and her shoe fetish, the 3 little pigs with their violation of building codes, Miss Muffet and her well-shaped tuffet, all forgotten or discounted. And maybe that's the way it has to be. To survive in the world, you have to give up the fantasies, the make-believe. The only trouble is that it's not all make-believe. Some parts of the fairy tales are all too real, all too true. There might not be a Red Riding Hood, but there is a big bad wolf. No Snow White, but definitely an evil queen. No obnoxiously cute blonde tots, but a child-eating witch. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There are monsters among us. There always have been, and there always will be. I've known that ever since I can remember. Just like I've always known I was one. Well, half of one, anyway. And regardless of what inherited nastiness I might have on the inside, on the outside, I was all human. In fact, Niko had said, and pretty damn frequently, that I had more human qualities than I had good sense. He never hesitated to remind me that no matter how god-awful I thought my problems were, I was still his punk-ass kid brother. If I wanted to beat up on myself, I'd have to go through him first. Niko was such a Boy Scout, albeit one with a lethal turn and a merit badge in deadly weapons. Niko, for all his fascination with sharp, pointy things, didn't have a drop of monster blood in him. Of course, his father could barely be classified as human in my book, but technically the man met the definition. Worthless bastard. Niko had been 2 weeks old when his dear old dad had taken off. He'd seen him no more than 3 times in his entire life. There were some true parenting skills at work. 3 times. Hell, I'd seen my father more than that. Yeah, I'd seen mine at least once a month. It watched me. There were no father and son chats, no invites to see the monster cousins, no interaction of any sort. There was just a shadowed figure lurking in an alley as I passed, or maybe a silhouette with lithe, sinuous lines and sharp, sharp teeth cast against my window at night. Of course, it wasn't like it was wearing a name tag that said Dad on it or leaving me birthday presents topped with a bow tied by unnaturally long, clawed fingers. I had no proof it was my demonic sperm donor, but come on. When your mother is quick to tell you you're a freak, an abomination that should have been aborted on cheap bathroom tile, you have to think, why else would this monster be stalking me? Funny. That monster had more interest in me than my mother ever had. Over the years, I got used to it, the shadowing. A couple of times I tried to approach it, out of curiosity or a morbid death wish, who knew? But it always disappeared, melting into the darkness. Mostly I was relieved. It was one thing to be part monster, another altogether to embrace that less-than-Mayflower heritage. Then, when I was